서울 창업 허브와 함께하는 성공창업 준비 매뉴얼 교육과정 48회차를 시작하겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 이번에 글로벌 스타트업 레지의 인터뷰를 맡은 로뎀 인터내셔널의 대표 백강득입니다. 한국이 창업하기 좋은 환경을 가진 국가라는 의견들이 많이 있지만 실제로 외국인들에게 창업하기에 좋은 환경인지를 이야기를 나누기 위해서 특별히 글로벌 스타트업 중에 하나인 레지의 제이콥 대표와 인터뷰를 하게 되었습니다. 실제로 스타트업들이 처음 창업을 하기에는 여러 가지 제약들이 있는데 특별히 외국인들에게는 많은 제약들이 있습니다. 하지만 국내에 정착한 글로벌 스타트업들이 성공한 사례들이 많이 있습니다. 그 중에 대표적인 사례 중에 하나라고 할 수 있는 레지의 제이콥 대표와 함께 여러 가지 이야기를 나누도록 하겠습니다. 레지는 국내에서 주목받고 있는 글로벌 스타트업으로서 명문 플랫폼 스타트업입니다. 오늘 인터뷰를 위해서 레지의 창업자인 제이콥을 소개하겠습니다. 제이콥 당신에 대해서 소개를 잠시 부탁드리겠습니다. Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself briefly.
Sure. Absolutely. Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm the CEO of Rezi. I'm also American. So originally I came from Madison, Wisconsin, which is a very small city nearby Chicago in the Midwest. So I grew up there. I was born and raised in Wisconsin. And then after college, I started a company called Rezi. And then about 6 months after that, I decided to relocate to South Korea to expand my company globally. So.
As I know, your major is the mathematics, economics. Is it helpful to learn startup?
Sure.
Rezi?
Absolutely. So that's right. I studied economics with a emphasis on mathematics. So I've told you this before in the past, but I was actually quite a lazy student. I started my first company as a freshman, and I was much more interested in actually running a company from a very young age rather than studying and stuff like that. However, my upper level economics classes that were studying macroeconomics, so we were looking at how different industries and the companies within those industries compete against each other. So when I look back towards my university days, I think those classes really shaped how I think about running my own company now and really emphasizing on the fact of how we can succeed in our specific industry and stuff like that.
레지라는 뜻이 무엇인지 참 궁금해하실 건데요. 레지에 대한 뜻이 어떤 의미인지 그리고 지금 레지 회사에 대해서 잠시 제이콥에게 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Jacob, what is the Rezi? Can you introduce your company briefly?
Sure, absolutely. So simply put, Rezi is a resume software. So this was a company I started 5 years ago. And we wanted to give job seekers a way to make a perfect resume for any type of large company. A lot of these companies use hiring systems, and our technology that is unique to Rezi helps the job seeker make a resume specifically for a targeted job description. And we developed a software, and it's free for job seekers, and it's online, so it's a global company. We have users in almost every country in the world. However, we focus primarily on North America, with South Korea being our secondary market. We also do some work with universities, like the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We support the Career Center with our software, and most recently in South Korea with Seoul National University. So we also support that university too.
What is the response of the Seoul National University?
Well, they're very happy. I think if we think about the alternatives to, well, first off, writing a resume is really hard, especially as a Korean student with English being a second language. So it's very unnatural. And I think a lot of the resources and education within Korea to get assistance with an English resume is either straight incorrect or expensive. So Seoul National University is quite happy because we're using free and scalable software that results in a better experience and a better resume for the students. So they seem to be very happy.
Oh, sounds good. And any university except for the SNU, have we ever tried to contact them?
Not yet. So that's something that we plan on doing next year. As we grow our team in South Korea, then we can do more partnerships with universities.
레지는 이제 창업한 지 얼마 되지 않는 스타트업입니다. 그러면 여러분들이 궁금하실 게 이제 과연 레지가 어떤 팀으로 구성되어 있는지 궁금하실 건데 팀 멤버 구성에 대해서 한번 질문을 드리겠습니다. Jacob, thank you for the answer for my question about the company, and then the most student interested in what is the team member. Sure. So how many the people are in your team, and introduce your team member shortly? Yeah.
So we're a technology company, so that means that we can get very big very quickly without hiring a lot of people. So actually these days our team is very small. I'm the CEO, of course, so I do all the design stuff. I talk to investors and I manage the other teammates. We have our main developer, and he develops our designs and deals with the technical aspects. And then we also have our data science, manager, and she deals with how our users use the software. And then she gives us insights so we can actually improve the experience or try to convert them to paying users or stuff like that. She's Korean, she speaks Korean, so she kind of also has the operations role and to manage that type of stuff too. Because it's very difficult because I don't speak Korean and so on.
There might be any difficulties and the relation with team member that usually in even Korean company the CEO has difficulty in the relationship as well. So any difficulty in the global member and Korean member for you? Yeah.
Luckily, no, right now. So sometimes in the past there have been difficulties on the contributions by team members. And I think for our company, our specific case, everyone contributes a tremendous amount of work because we're a very small team. So if there's a team member who is not contributing at an equal effort as the other people, then it's kind of unbalanced. And that's something you have to fix as being the CEO of the company. Luckily these days, everyone is very global, so communication is okay. All of our team members are from different countries and they have experience working with other people from different countries. So I think communication is okay. And I try to run the company in a very relaxed way where people don't feel a lot of pressure so they can kind of do their best work. So to answer your question, there aren't too many difficulties these days.
Okay, thank you. And I think you met since you came to Korea, you might have met a lot of people. Sure. So any memorial the people and impressive the guys you met ever before?
Absolutely. I think in the startup ecosystem in South Korea, there's so much talent and innovation. So I'm very lucky because I get to meet a lot of these people and I get to learn the problems that they're solving and how they operate their own companies and stuff like that. So we've had a tremendous amount of mentors who have helped us along the way because it's quite difficult to do business in a foreign country when you can't really speak the language. So yeah, there's been a tremendous amount of very impressive people that we've met along the way.
제이콥 씨가 한국에 온 지 얼마나 되었는지 그리고 어떤 이야기들이 어떤 좀 재미난 이야기가 있는지 한번 질문해 보도록 하겠습니다. Jacob, another question. Then, how long have you been in Korea, and any good memory during your stay?
Sure, absolutely. So actually, next month is my 5-year anniversary. So almost 5 years now. I came when I was 23, and I'm 28 now. So it's been fast. You know, time goes very fast. And along the way, I've had so many good memories. Where I'm from in America is a very small town of about 40,000 people. And I live in Seoul where there's 22 million people. So the experiences that I've had throughout the years are incredible and with great friends and everything like that. So there's a lot of memories and good experiences along the way too.
What is the most preference in Seoul City? What is best for you?
The best is actually just wherever I am with my friends. And you can have fun anywhere. That's one thing I love about the city. This summer I spent a lot of time surfing on the east coast of Korea. And that was a new experience that I had no idea about South Korea. And I think that was one of the best memories in the past few years, especially with the coronavirus. And in Seoul, it's a little bit more difficult to go out and stuff like that.
Yes, thank you. 그러면 여러분들이 가장 궁금해하실 내용 중에 하나가 왜 어떻게 그 레지라는 회사를 시작하게 됐는지 그 동기에 대해서 궁금하실 것 같은데 그 부분에 대해서 한번 질문해 보도록 하겠습니다. Jacob, there might be a lot of chances to you. Then you can choose the China, Japan, or any other country in the world. Why you choose Korea?
Yeah.
And why did you start your own business instead of the job seeker as a job seeker?
Okay, that's a great question. And the most common question I get is always why Korea? So I'll answer that one, and then I'll answer why I started my company. So we make a resume, an English resume for job seekers. So that is our product. So when we consider our product, we have to look at markets that are well aligned with our product. So the most important thing is there has to be a high number of English-speaking job seekers. So if we look at the English market, South Korea is the third largest English market. China is number one and India is number two. So if you look at the population of South Korea compared to those two countries, the amount of English-speaking people is just insane, right? So I thought South Korea was interesting in that regard. And also the government has such a unique attitude towards innovation. So it's the most innovative country in the world. It's the highest educated country in the world. But at the same time, the job market is really suffering. So I was young. I was 23 when I decided. So I wasn't really thinking too clearly. But it turned out to be there's this perfect hidden market halfway across the world that is really startup friendly and stuff like that. So we came, and it turned out that there was actually no competition here, and no one really understands our specific approach to the resume. So that was a really good fit. And then there's so many like different competitions. There's government support. There's different accelerators that are looking for global companies too. So. And another good thing is if we compare Seoul to like Silicon Valley, it's just easier and less expensive to do business because salaries are much lower and stuff like that. So it's really been a fantastic decision to be in South Korea, and it's been a lot of fun at the same time because there's so many new experiences, and it really makes it special.
Was the decision was successful? Don't you think so?
So far, luckily, right? So I've had a lot of other global friends who start businesses throughout the past 5 years, and none of them have started to scale because there's a difference between like a business and a startup, where a startup can get big quickly by definition. So a lot of people have ideas to build a startup, but they don't get to the point where it's actually growing quickly. And this year has been a huge milestone for us because we're growing faster than ever. Yeah.
이번 시간에는 한국의 대표적인 글로벌 스타트업이라고 할 수 있는 레지와 그 창업자인 제이콥 씨의 창업 스토리에 대해서 이야기를 나누었습니다. 왜 한국을 선택하게 됐고 왜 창업하게 된지에 대해서 간단하게 이야기를 나누는 시간을 가졌습니다. 감사합니다.